Alright, well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, indeed, you noticed I very much will just as Greenbright, because goddamn, this ain't going to be a regular thing from now on. So, quick thing here, obviously, as you'll probably not know, I'm in the midst of a Zora trip, and I figured, well, what exactly is this going to be, this kind of video, you know? Is it going to be a boss run, quest run at last, or what the fuck? Nah. This is going to be, at last, another retrospective. And indeed, I figured, well, why not start off right here? And of course, the bridge is not the gate is not closed and that for folks envying what is Tarverley, the intro to members' content and all. But alas, obviously, I do have some things to show off again, and oh man. I've got so much still to catch up on. I suppose this is part of why I'm wanting to do this, so I can catch up with news and other things. So, yep, here we are. Indeed. Starting off is, indeed, 300 fucking hard clues. Oh man, this one was absolute rubbish, but indeed I finally got the emote, as I'll show off once I get off this. And indeed, it shall be spectacular. And yep. 3 kills into the first trip before I even got to start properly with Ziana, and I get a 5th fucking Armado crossbow, and it's just wow. So good that it was, I actually decided to be daring and try out a brand new method with Kryll Tsetsurov. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you at all. Look at that. If the coin drops are to be roughly accurate, though I suspect that'll be 1, 5, I guess you include the coin drops, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then that'll be the 15, then probably that was 60 kills, so it's probably the one that was missing, maybe difference or something, but this twisted bow myth, like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I've not perfected it, like, basically, if you do it really good, this whole, you go from here, hit, where it gets right there, head about there, second one, third one is when it's closing on you, fourth one when it's just about to get right onto you, and you try here, fifth one is about here, is when it's starting to come up over here, and rinse and repeat. If you do it perfectly, you don't get hit once at all, but I usually hit it once every couple of cycles. Sometimes it's made just pointless, other times it's melee and it can hit low, which is the matter. It's only the 40 plus ones it occasionally does, and yeah. But I'll be honest, my luck has not been very good. And now 2 120 drops, which I thought that this drop here, Steam Battle stuff, first Kryll unique by the way, it is a fucking garbage, 150-ish K. Fuck, I think Ghost Shards actually are worth more than that rubbish. And yep, what the fuck? 265 kills, 1 unique, which isn't even the good one. You know, no Zamorakian Spear, no Zamarak Hill, and no fucking Staff of the Dead. Not happy with that one. I got to say it's just, well, I suppose you can't blame me for really wanting to get into Zora again. Here it is, yes, 6,000 kills as was hinted at with that third Zora run video that I still love, and that's, wow. Certainly that's probably one of the few pride and joys I have in my YouTube channel, certainly. That much I have to say, but yes, so I reckon that shall be that, and well, without further ado, indeed, let's start adventuring. Also, yeah, I figured I'd bring along this Smoke Devil, indeed. Yeah. Bloody hell. That line, was it Friday the 13th, yeah, 2 weeks ago I got this pet. I always find that almost ominous, the whole fucking, what is it? Fuck. Just the fact that I got it on a day when the COVID-19 virus is just starting to pick up, you know? It's like, although, I've actually wondered, yeah, the C virus, I wonder if that will get me, oh, I suppose I don't really give a damn, I get demonetized, but, you know, that's a whole nother game within itself, and that. Actually, where the fuck am I going? Am I going, hold on. You fucking tit. That is not going to get me anywhere. You fool! That was not where I was meant to be headed. Oh, fuck. Oh well. I guess I'll just run through this and that. But yeah, I figured what I'll do is I'll use this partial excuse to read the news and, you know, catch up with that. Also, fuck no. Yeah, I figured, well, may as well equip the good old items and that, you know, Saron Godsword, my old chest plate, chain skirt, and well, later on the Amado crossbow. Actually, the funny thing is, if I'd gotten a bit luckier with the unsired stuff on that from my Slayer training days, it would probably be a lot bloody better, but nope. Also, I'm just thinking there. Yeah, that looks easy enough to follow. Yeah, it looks really confusing in that, and no doubt in the RuneScape Classic days, this particular dangerous place here, White Wolf Mountain, would be quite the hard one to navigate, whereas now it's not really that big a deal, it's just... Alright, so, I suppose, before I even do that, yes, I want to talk about some other interesting stuff I missed out when I was saying with my catch-up stuff, you know, how I did it the last video. Yeah, it turns out I kind of missed out a few things, and most importantly was I wish I'd brought my primordial boots here so I can make an example of it. However, yeah, the whole thing in regards to, yeah, the primordial boots, I did not have that, and you're probably wondering how the fuck I managed to get so much cash to get it. Also, oh fuck. Oh shit! I'm the degree, radiant power, oh fuck. Did not fucking degree when I took a hair, but there you go. But yeah, so essentially how I managed to get that is, well, if you recall that last Instania update where they cancelled the whole free-to-play thing, you know, making that very much stupid to do because of the whole charge, which, may I add, they've actually removed that somewhat recently in the past week or so. So that's no longer true, like you can actually go back and free charge, though I don't know if the reduced free-to-play point still stands, but I guess I'll dig around, see if it is something you can still get into, but anywho, yeah, so this caused the prices of Ornate handles to start skyrocketing as a result of people barely doing the minigame anymore, you know, and very much so I took advantage of that, like not long afterwards when I went to members for this Bond, you know, month's membership and all, and yeah, I pretty much sold the Halo for a nice 360 points, which gave me about 24 Ornate Gmos, about 15 points each, and a further 21 from what I tried to save up with the Halo before. Although it was maybe 450, but nah, I kind of cancelled it, or cut about 2,000 the way in and never got back into it. You know, and also a 4 World Towers one. I wasn't quite get there, you know, to the next one. But yeah, alas, what was it? I think it was sold about roughly 850k each, so 850 times 45. I'm not sure of the exact maths off the top of my head. What I say that's about somewhere around 38 million. You know, probably I'm wrong on that, but yeah, about 38 million, and that gave me enough for a primordial boots, plus there's still a nice 78 mil left, so it's quite the big boost indeed. Yeah, still being the legend, you know, hide and seeking and not actually playing the game properly, but, you know, I suppose it's not quite as bad as, people who have been boxing and that, which I'll be honest, I've never been a fan of, and that, because it's basically, it's a mechanic that makes you impossible to be attacked, whereas hiding is just, it's partial skill reliant in that. Obviously, you're never going to get any kills in that, but if you're good enough at hiding, that's what it's taught me. It's taught me how to escape folks using that whole creating a big gap. It doesn't really work in multi, but in singles that would be quite handy, but obviously they're not going to be fucking pleased that I'm using mechanics well against them like that, and that's, yeah, I told you they're very vocal, and that's, I'd argue even more so than the fucking pest control and that, and they get pissy whenever people start messing around, but alas. So, also actually, funny enough, 8 days ago there was proposed death mechanics that was looking to be implemented, and that, you know, and apparently it seems to have been forgotten, and in the sense that, you know, they were letting people, so some people know a few days before, and that, yeah, they're finally going to go ahead of it, and then it didn't happen, probably because of the C virus pandemic that's happening now. That's probably why, but I mean, I digress. And plus with the quality of service, which I'll get onto that in a moment, because it's funny enough what happened yesterday, which I was completely absent from, because I've been sleeping quite late recently, partially because of, well, you know, no work and all, courtesy of the virus, but alas. But yeah, so essentially that seems to be happening relatively soon, but I don't know if that might be postponed for a short while or for a really long time, depending on how it's seen, but who the fuck knows. And yeah, essentially, well, the other one is that Krill to Citra of longest trip, which I've already covered, so that's kind of pointless, but alas. So, I suppose that about does it for actual news, and yeah, may as well get on to the next bit. So, alright, actual news, and god damn, we're like over a month late with some of the stuff, but here we are. So, fucking hell. 84, I still feel that notorious that is, but anyway. Yeah, so essentially, the thing with this multi-logging business, you know how I've done a bit of it myself, and mainly my out and that, though I do have three, but I've pretty much only used the latest one, just because it's like, well, you know, why the fuck would I use, you know, like the other two that are being permanently muted alongside Virtue Power. Yeah, it's just, nah. Me and Sevskaya, that's about it at the moment. But yeah, apparently this is the thing with multi-logging, it comes a bit dodgy where you're prone to getting a false positive in terms of bans and that by the JGX, and pretty much they will just deem you to be botting, they'll ban you without appeal, because of course, you know, it's a weird thing where they've got a system in place where it says, or we'll refer to this place, it tells you can't appeal it, but they're really dedicated. There's a little secret link to certain pages here where you actually can appeal the fucking thing, so it's like, the customer service is not just bad, I feel in some ways it's actually working against you, and you know, it's like that kind of customer service where they don't just do the bare minimum, it's like they actually try to detract from serious issues like that, but I mean, I digress, and you know, it's to be expected, I suppose. But yeah, so the reason I came across this was via some fellow called Olympians. Also, oh fuck, alarm. Yeah, that was the alarm that was meant to have gone off yesterday, but I forgot. And very much, I've set up today, but I suppose I didn't really need it because I got up early. But anywho, yeah, so Olympians, who is this fellow exactly? Well, for the curious, it is very much the out of, if I'm not mistaken correctly, Maud Ronan, who I believe left Jags not too long ago, like I was about 4 or 6 months ago, and yeah, very much he has indeed been trying this whole method of, what was it? Yeah, the nuke strategy, you know, killing player killers and that with multiple outs, just pretty much the redemption method, and certainly it's an interesting one, I have to say, and that, oh man, let's just say something out. There we go, done. Alright, but yeah, let's see, there's two paths I think. One leads to Prifnidas, which I can't access, otherwise that would be quite nice. The other leads into the Elven Forests of Isfadar, if I recall correctly. Probably not, but hey ho. But yeah, so essentially this got picked up really quickly by Jags. Yeah, it's surprising actually, if you're remotely famous or popular, like you get first fucking class treatment, you know, like right straight out of the roll red carpet, you know, serving you up real quick in that, you know, the most pleasant professional company, you know. But yeah, if you ain't famous like, you know, me and the rest of the folks, yeah, it's like, you know, they won't quite tell you fuck off, but, you know, they may as well be saying it, just pretty much like that looking down upon you kind of feeling, you know. I don't blame people for, you know, frowning, you know, looking like scout. I forget the word, but basically not very pleasant, words can be exchanged, and I wouldn't exactly blame them for it, considering the less than honest and transparent attitude Jagex has been putting forth recently, though I suppose that's been the case ever since they were owned by IVP and later on Fukong, but alas. Alright, so a little quick one here, obviously, with, Dark Mayor and the Sins of the Father, which I actually would have thought would have been released quite soon, like maybe yesterday or today even, but again, the C virus has probably caused some changes in that regard, so probably that's going to be like either next week or the week after, and at which point I'll be off and that, because this is my last day of the members and that. Still got the 1 day left, but that'll be running about 4 hours from now, so yeah, there is that. Also another little quick one in regards to, Mob Gambit leaving. I'll be honest, I had this all prepped back then, but I kind of forgot, what his main thing was. I don't think it was the engine, no. I remember both Ghost was like the main artist for... Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, the main artist guy in that, but evidently, I don't know about Mob Gambit. I think he was one of the... I want to say he was to do with the engine and that, but I'm not 100% certain that, but evidently another well-known moderator who has now left the Jagex and that, pretty much, they're not very good when it comes to retaining long-term employees and as of recently, which could be rather indicative, That's the thing, think about it, it's true that there's a lot of turnover in the video game industry and that, but it's rather telling when a lot of talent leaves. Also, what the fuck was that glitch? Let me think. You know what, since I've actually explored most of Istvadar, I may as well just go into the underground pass and do a little bit of reminiscing in this most terrible place. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, essentially him leaving, I just wonder all the talent and that, just, where the fuck is it all even going, Oh man, also playing down well. But yeah, so, alright, let's see. Brute forcing, yeah, this is it. The brute forcing plague continues. Oh boy. Yeah, this brute forcing stuff, it's like, I don't know on that, just in regards to what's been happening, obviously it's, also yeah, just explain, yeah, indeed, Slayer Helm, imbued, second Slayer Helm and all, but I think I've already said that from last week, so that might be a redundant point. Oh, you can't. That was my other alarm. In case you may be wondering, I did actually turn off the other one, but fuck me. That is the kind of thing you deal with when you want to make sure you really get up on time. Fuck me. Okay, that's the actual alarm business done. But yeah, essentially, this devious tactic of, I'm pretty sure it's dozens and not hundreds of bots trying to force log into somebody whose login is known, which this is why they changed it from a username to an email one, but they didn't make that thing known for folks' order accounts, though I hear they do offer it, and this is some that's a bit troubling if I'm being honest, because it's kind of the case of, oh, this is a dead end, fuck. Yeah, it's troubling because they say, well, alright, to give examples, there's Zima and I think Sparkmax seems to have his fix in that, but yeah, Zazima seems to still have this problem in that. They've said that, well, we've offered him a solution, and that is to change his iconic login to an email address, which I think this is an interesting problem now, isn't it? Because I don't know. This is one of those cases where it seems like, alright, they could probably offer it to, someone who's of such legendary repute and all, famous the icon is, it's fucking hell, no, dead end. Yeah, so pretty much as far as Zazima is concerned and that, he's kind of boned, but then you have this problem where a lot of older players who aren't so famous and that, they're kind of fucked as well, because Jagex is one of these, again, another first class streaming kind of thing, like, oh, you're famous, or, like, real popular, you're friends with Jagex? Yeah, please, sir, we will certainly help you out with this issue, like, giving the fucking, first class streamer and all, again, but, yeah, if you're, like, the peasant commoner, like, pretty much the working class of the RuneScape, yeah, take a fucking hike. And you know, like, yeah, you'll be politely told either like they can't offer it to you or we're looking into it, i.e. code for, yeah, we're just not going to bother with it, you know, we're just doing it just to we're doing something, you know, it's that kind of thing. And if you've been in the gaming industry long enough, you'll know this all inside out, but alas, that is the way of where things stand at the moment, but alas. So, I suppose as far as was actual... Oh, I dare bring up... What's it? This controversial... Also, nobody's here. It's interesting. I thought there was that NPC there. No. But anyway, there is that controversial update that happened earlier this month that really kicked up fuss like you would not even fucking believe, you know? Like, I'm talking about, it was, well, let's just say for some folks, it's probably not really a big deal, or maybe it might be a good thing, and for all you know. But for others, let's just say the far right wing folks, or those who are, shall we say, of the kind that wants to encourage free speech. This controversial update on RuneScape 3 was so horribly detested. Basically, there's a few quests in that have been affected. It's primarily, if I'm remembering correctly, the Ali Prince, not Prince Ali, though that could maybe be affected as well, possibly. Oh fuck, let me go through it. I know Karajma Force got affected as well. Let me check. Yeah, we'll say Prince Ali Rescue. What else? Just try to see if I can quickly go through this. Fucking hell, this is going to take me some time because I've done the majority of the quests. So it's not exactly very helpful. Not here, no, Legends quest, yeah. Legends, certainly that got affected. And I'll say why as soon as I can fucking find the other one. Not murders, mystery, plague sign, no. Fucking hell. Can I not find this quest? Not tourist trap, but that's still enough area. No, I can't find it. So, alright. Essentially, for those who remember, the quest where you have to find an alley in Polivnich, but essentially because they're all alleys, and it puts a funny spin to who you're meant to actually talk which alley is, because the whole was it, some fucking thing about a mayor and that, getting inheritance to some guy who calls himself Ali, and they all change their name to it, and they pretty much stick to it, part tradition, you know, tourism and all. But yeah, essentially, yeah, what's caused the controversy with this one in particular, and this is probably the one that's the least reasonable change, is that they didn't want to offend Arabian folks, and I thought that was racist or something, and so they changed it, so now they're actually giving names. It destroys the point of that quest. In particular, ruins a iconic part of RuneScape's classic human and all. I do know, yeah, that was at the Demon Slayer one, as well as, I guess, Rescue Disaster with the Gypsy. Or I guess you want to be more accurate, Romani, and Gypsy Aris, and that. She's now got the whole Gypsy thing removed, and that. Yeah, for the curious in that, the offensive term is pikey. That is the one that's mostly a no-no. Gypsy's half and half in my view, where it's like some people like it, others are indifferent. Maybe a few people actually consider it to be offensive. But Romani's the safe one. But this is the thing, it's like, people find that it's the Gypsy part, it's just like, it'd be one thing if it's referred to as a pikey and that, but, oh man. Yeah, so, indeed, that is fun. And then the last one was, what was it? The Karazi, was it? Yeah, the Karazi jungle, when you go to the part of the legendaries, the legend sort of questing and that, it's, oh fuck. Yep. The problem with this thing was I guess it's maybe the most reasonable of the three, was jungle savages, you know, that could give some nasty implications and that, you know, to the Afrikaans folks. So they changed it to, I forget the native, I think it was it? Yeah, jungle native, and it sounds a bit more appropriate, so But yeah, just the other one I think that's really got people fired up because it just seems so, you know, was appealing to the social justice warriors, you know, like, perhaps in that one, yeah, that's an unreasonable change in that. The one with the Karate Jungle is certainly to be more reasonable, but it's just trying to find that fair ground and all, so fun times. So, one more little news cover for quits. So, alright, this is one I actually want to cover for a little while now, and it's an interesting one because obviously, I'll go over this for a bit. Indeed, you'll see here, I'm not quite level 126 yet. You know, I was hoping that Night for Prey would be the one to do it, but no. Looks like I'll have to wait 96 to do that, so fun. But yeah, essentially there's this rather peculiar fellow going by the name of 0060 Psy, and one of his albums being Sexy Man. Probably 99.5% of people don't know who the fuck I'm talking about, and I don't blame you for that, but of the 0.5%, probably a vast majority of them being in the active in the Castle Wars community, or have been, yeah, there's this fellow here who has been known to been the plague of Castle War games, and I shit you not, he has been sabotaging Castle Wars since, and if I'm not mistaken on this, sometime around 2006. 14 years of that. I mean, I'd understand a few years, just like say since old school RuneScape just want to fuck around and all, but 14 years. I mean, that's not just like RuneScape 2 go RuneScape 3 at a time. You know, old school RuneScape then RuneScape 3. That's not then going back to old school RuneScape. Just another repeat because probably Castle Wars or RuneScape 3 isn't so popular these days, and they're already saying Castle Wars on here isn't that. It's waning in a sense, but I think it's partially due to an elitist issue and that, so that's probably why it's not looking to be so hot and that, but alas, yeah, this guy's been playing, and I think that actually, it's weird, Jagex did take action after Reddit kicked him a fuss, but it was very much a slap on the wrist kind of thing, you know, like, just pretty much, alright, you just get banned for it, you know, hopefully you don't do that again, you know, and it was not even on his fucking else. And I'm pretty sure, like, all his main and that, I think, if not maybe a couple of his albums, but it's just like, yeah, you know, I think that it's kind of clear Jagex just doesn't give a shit and that, you know, and I think that's the thing, like, it's really intriguing, well, was it, yeah, where Travesta, you know, their current golden boy, used to be Dovidas Makis' friend until he got, well, to put it politely, crucified and that, you know, via his permanent banning of all his accounts and that, made an example of, you know, yeah, very much he got cast to the shadows and had to rebuild all of it again, you know. Whereas, yeah, with Travesta, he's very much now the new golden boy, and he's kind of in the PKing, you know, like with Dovidas, so it's very amusing when it comes to Bounty Hunter 2, like, he does that, you know, you've got to hear the fucking tunes, you know, like, the whole, like, it's definitely not RuneScape music. I know it's some weird metal stuff and that, you know, going after folks and you're fucking specking down the armour, it's Godsword, Dragon Claws, and whatever other specs you can think of and that. Yeah, imagine that when it's saying, yeah, knocking on the door and like saying, Jagex, Bangalore is broken, I'm making a video on my YouTube channel, why? And that, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like forcing them, like, you'll make them do it, and it works, because he's the big one. I guarantee you, if it was somebody like maybe Mr. Mao Foxkiss, you know, semi-popular and all, maybe, but I don't know. But with Travesta, yeah, get him in the fucking Castle Wars scene, and get him a bitch about it. I guarantee you it'll work then and that, you know, whether it be him to bribe him to do it, or just give him enough incentive and that, but fucking hell, that's the only way you'll get these cunts to do anything and that, but alas, that shall be it for now, and well, don't know exactly what I'll be doing next time, because I'm looking to be doing Theatre of Blood very soon, but I don't know if I'll be doing it, like, the next video. It's kind of tough to say, if I'm being honest, but yes, I suppose this shall be it, and as promised, I'll see you guys then. Tell it, folks.